The slide what you are seeing here is the spores in pteridophytes. Spores in pteridophytes. If you see, this is rhizome, the underground stem in pteridophytes, and I see roots which give them anchorage, and I see frond. Frond is true leaf appeared for the first time in pteridophytes, and I have a coiled end leaf. If you remember, circinate vernation, the leaf in its young stage would be curled into circles which will unwind as the leaf grows. So this type of development of leaf is called as circinate vernation. Now you can see the frond, and what are these? The leaves and leaflets. And what is this? Midrib. So generally students think this as the stem and these leaflets are the leaves. No, stem is underground. I have the midrib, what you feel like stem in ferns, and what you feel leaves in ferns are leaflets. Now when it is time to produce spores, not all the leaves will produce spores. There will be few leaves which will produce the spores. We don't have microsporangia in the pteridophytes, isn't it? So the leaves which bear spores are called as sporophyll. I already told you phyll means leaf and sporophyll is the leaf which bears spores. This is a kind of substitution to the microsporangium. Now in this picture, it shows 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 leaves which has a structure, an enclosed structure which is filled with spores. We can actually feel powdery spores inside them. This is covered by a thin membrane. We call it as indusium, the membrane which covers the structure producing spores. Now what do I call each one structure, button like structure, as sorus. The word sorus means heap, because the spores heaped up in a structure, it is called as sorus. I see many of them here, so the plural is sori. But not every leaf has sori and spores in sori covered with indusium. What are the leaves which will produce spores? Sporophylls. So I told you few genera of pteridophytes in the previous concept which are heterosporous. So naturally, if these spores are microspores, what do I call the leaves as? Microsporophyll. We just add the prefix micro if it is a male spore. We just add the prefix megaspore if it is a female spore. So the leaves which bear the megaspores would be megasporophylls. I want you to understand the microsporophylls are leaves in ferns which produce microspore in sori. And megasporophylls are the leaves which will produce megaspores in heterosporous pteridophytes. Am I clear? You please remember this, because I want to say you the evolution of anther and evolution of ovule based upon this concept.